Okay, so hello YouTube, I'm Sarah. Tonight I'm here with Wesley, Luciene, and Priscilla. We're gonna talk about work meetings. Now, Wesley, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, guys. My name is Wesley William. I have 29 years old. I live in south of Brazil. I work with data engineering. It's my 5th month here on TNT, and my English is improving every day. I have a document on Google Documents where I keep notes of every word that I have some difficulty to translate or the pronunciation, And what else? Well, I like to study, play games on computer. I have some side projects as well. Well, guys, that's it about me, about myself.
You can share the document because I'm curious about how you measure, how you check on your progress, It is really interesting.
Yeah, it is just a list of words that
Uh-huh.
I had some difficulty to translate, and then I just see that sometimes to just fix the new knowledge. That's it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for coming. And let's get to the questions. Number 2, what is the primary purpose of a work meeting? What is the main reason for a work meeting? Priscilla, what do you think? Why do you have these things?
So, in my opinion, it's the main purpose. It's the main to keep the people engaged and in the development of activities, because it's important the people with involved in this process. For example, it's important everybody say about the stage and the objectives about the company, about the tasks. It's important. I think in general, it's important the communication in general, have the communication between the team. Yeah, I think this.
Yeah. Do you like to engage in these meetings or to organize, to be involved?
Yes, I like him. I think it's very important because the communication it's the main for, oh my God, I forgot the name. the man in the meeting, it's important to have engaged with the other person. For example, I have one meeting in my project. For example, it's important to have engaged with the other people about the teams. It's more involved about that, and they organize these and follow this the process, and they're more clear about communication. Now talking about something, it's important to have control. Yeah, organization in general. Yeah, I forgot some word, but basically that. It's about the communication and the organize in general. I think it's very important, and engaged. It's very. I think it's very. It's a. It's pode tudo. Yeah, engagement.
You have a fair point. And it is like when co-workers can be together, because sometimes you don't get to talk to people because they work in different sectors in the company. So during a meeting, maybe you can have the chance to talk, to exchange some ideas. So I really understand your topic. Thanks
Yes.
for the thoughts and everything. And you, Lu, I'm gonna call you Lu, okay?
Okay. I agree with the Priscilla, sorry. I guess is the primary purpose of the work meeting. It's the engage and align about the one subject. Sure, each work meeting has a specific subject, and then we have the directions and solutions, different solutions, but the main work meeting normal is the short information, align all the peoples in the same direction, and sure, mainly strategics is very important for one company, mainly nowadays. But I guess it's more and more challenge because of the fast change informations each day by day. But and that's it. I guess the mainly objective about the work meeting is the short information and ally for the peoples.
Very good. I really like when we can share about things we know, because sometimes we are not on the same page. So you can talk and see what is happening in other sectors. So I really see your point. And you, Wesley, what is the main reason for these meetings?
Yeah, I think everyone answered very well. If you have to say something different, I think it depends of the type of the meeting, because sometimes you have to agile meetings, because the company work with agile methods. So we have several types of meetings when we are dealing with the agile methodologies, like dailies, plannings, sprint reviews, sprint retrospectives, and we have some another meetings like to see the scope of a new project. You just go with your team and see, ask, so what is the scope of this new project. So I think that's it, guys. There is several types of meetings in our jobs, and mainly when we have some agile methodology on the company. I think that's it.
So in your company, do you have these type of meetings, like agile methodologies? I am not familiar with this. Can you talk a little bit more?
Yeah, I have. Basically, for example, we have some board of tasks like a Kanban. So it's like a methodology to keep all the tasks tracked on the board. So with that, we can just go there and work on the cards. We have some tasks and cards on the board. So I don't know if you already used the Trello, but it's similar with the Trello, but isn't the same. There is a more complete solution. It's called Jira. So with Jira, you have the history. You can broke this in several subtypes like history. First, the top level is the epic. So the lower than the epic is history, then subtasks and tasks. So you can have several types of tasks. You can have some bugs that you have in production that you need to solve as well. What else? Well, basically that's it. Summarizing all the types. But about the meetings, we have some dailies that we need to speak with the manager, that we need to synchronize the information with the team and the management. So everyone could be in the same page, about some project or the tasks that everyone is working on. uh, Well, that's it. And about the methodology, agile methodology, there is a lot of ways that you can implement that. And several companies that I worked on, they have different methodologies. You know, even they use the Scrum, for example, that is one type of agile methodology. You can see the ceremonies. I don't know if that's correct, but all the meetings is different. Is to speak about different things, you know. So I could see that every company have their own way to deal with agile. Basically, that's it.
Yeah, it was a whole class about the methodologies because I really don't know it, but thank you so much for sharing. And I think that companies can benefit from this type of strategies because it is a way to improve the process and make even better, more effective, right?
Yeah, and there is a trap on this as well, because if you just uh, engage all your team on this in, how can say, in uh, exaggerated way, it could be a problem, because instead of keep your team agile, it will just overload your team, you know. So it's hard to implement that in a right way, you know.
Mm. You need some balance. I gotcha. And talking about effectiveness, let's discuss number 3. How can you effectively prepare for a work meeting? Luciane, how can you do that? What do you think?
Well, it's depends of the subject. Such as I work in one center innovation technology. I am technical coordinator, and then it's depend of the subject. For example, when I will to have one work meeting about the project, normally we follow the agile method or Bitrix. For example, when I will have the technical methodology, normally I use to indicators. We discuss about it uncertainly and several technical subjects. Sometimes in this case, we to do in laboratories, for example, and then it's depends. When I want a strategic meeting with my leader, it's totally different. We use the indicators about the measurement, and that's it. But in my opinion, I guess it's the primary and one to prepare for work meeting. It's totally necessary to know the audience and to know the what your action, your I don't know seu papel about this, and that's it.
Yeah, you mentioned about knowing the audience. It is the key, right? Because you could say a lot of fancy words and people are not following, or you could be too informal with your boss. It's not something you want to do. So really good topic, good points you shared. And you, Pri, what's your opinion?
So in my opinion, in general, to organize one meeting, for example, it's important to, I don't know this name in English, pauta, to prepare this, and for the people say, I talking about in the next meet about that, and it's more, I think it's more facility because the people know about the something and they prepare to for the presentation, for example, about the results or about the ideas, for example, and they keep focused only in the specific situation, yeah. Because if you don't have a plan or don't have, I don't know, talking about what, yeah, it's a long meet in the exhaustive, and they don't have focus, and it's not productive in my opinion, yeah. And like Wesley said, and it's normal. There's some company and have a method, agile methods. It's more common in technology. It's more, it's a demand focus about this, like Wesley said, about Scrum, about to use some tools for to organize and to try keep engaged the team. Yeah, have tools, and the tools everybody can see the tasks, duration, for example, and the stage. Yeah, and it's very good. And sometimes it's possible to have a little meet, for example, about daily, like Wesley said, methodology, Scrum methodology. Yeah, and you can discussing a little, for example, a little bit about the specific tasks. Oh, do you have a problem for to continue this or not? You can follow in this. This time it's good for to complete your tasks about this. Yeah, and don't. It's not exhaustive, and you can manage the tasks and the process in general. It's very good. But the other companies, no, it's I say the normal meeting, yeah, the I don't know, agenda one day, for example, and for to a presentation, the results and the objective, the new project to start, yeah. I think this, but in general, I think it's important to have a plan, to organize. After, I don't know if I'm confused. Yeah, because it's important the team have a conscience about the topics about you. You can need to a presentation and to talking about something. Yeah? Or more keep focus about only in a specific situation or a specific project or a specific, yeah, I think it's important to have a plan.
It's so easy to distract, right? You want to talk about your dog, about the week, and sometimes you need to just solve the problem and do whatever it is. You chose a moment to do something, to solve a problem or to discuss a project. So if you are talking about other things, you are wasting the time in a way, and you are not being so productive as you could be. Yeah.
Yes, and the Excel don't have a purpose. Yeah, it's a lost in some moment. If a long meeting, it's possible lost the main objective.
Yeah, that is true. And people don't pay attention. Like
No,
you can talk for 1
don't
hour.
involve it.
Yeah, they are spacing out.
Yes.
And Leslie, go ahead.
If it's an unusual meeting, I think just introduce everyone. What is the subject of the meeting and why we are there, you know? So because it's easy to create a meeting and the people will just feel lost on the meeting, you know. So I think the time of our colleagues is precious, and time is money as well, you know. So we need to we need to know the value of that and use better than we can to use that time, you know. And what else? Well, if he is a meeting that we are like a daily, for example, that we do every day, I think we just need to update our cards, you know, update the cards that we are working on it. What else? And summarize the progress of our tasks or the blocks that you can have when we are working on it, you know, because sometimes we just face some difficulty that we can't progress, you know. So we just go and asks help to someone, to our management, to help and remove the blocks. Basically, that's it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that if you don't work effectively with the time, we can get lost. We can do things that are unnecessary for that moment. So yeah. And can you answer the next question? Let me choose one. I was thinking number 7 or 8. Which question do you prefer, Wesley?
Let me
It is up
see.
to you. Okay.
I think the question number 7. What are the difference between in-person and virtual meetings in terms of communication and engagement? I think with time, everyone will adapt with some methodology, you know. So I think we can have some good meetings remotely or face to face. You know, it depends of how the people are uh, adapted. I don't know if that's correct, but if they know how to express themselves on a virtual meeting, you know, some people will have some difficulty with that. They will need some face to face, you know, to see the feedbacks of what the person are, the body language, for example, how the person is understanding your words, for example. So I think both of the ways is good, but depends of the person that are using. For example, if some person that don't know how to use the technology, for example, so they will struggle with that, you know. So they will prefer in-person meeting, I guess. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah. It can be really distracting if you don't manage, if you don't know how to control, to use technology. You are worried about the connection, about the camera, about other factors that are not the subject. Yeah. Even here, sometimes I'm here, but I'm thinking about the live, I'm thinking about the room, so that can stand in the way a little bit. And Priscilla, what about you?
Yeah, it's I think in the presential meeting, it's more easy to control about the engagement between people, because sometimes I haven't meet today, but my, I don't know this correct name, vizinho, have a sound and complicated. I stopped my meeting for to talk with my vizinho, yeah. But opposite that, when I have a presential meeting face to face, it don't have this situation. Don't it's not exist, because you have a good location, a special location for this happening, and don't have this situation, for example. And the other things, the same, like you said, Sarah, about the camera. Yes, sometimes some people don't open camera, and it's not good, because you can to involve more when I have online meeting online, and it's impossible have a good communication, yeah, because you don't know what it's a person. It's like you said something, the person liked it. I agree with this or not, yeah. It don't have as this connection. The connection it's more difficult about this, and I have a presential. It's more easier to have more control about the engagement, about the people to participated. Yeah, it's more easy, I think this. And the other things, yeah, but
Yeah, sometimes it's like I'm talking to a ghost because I'm like, oh, I don't know how to say fulano. Someone. Yeah. Hey, can you answer this question? And silence, because the camera is closed, so I don't know if the person is there, you know. Sometimes
yeah.
they go to the bathroom, they are talking to someone, but I don't know. So I totally understand
Or
what you
disappear,
mean.
yeah. Don't
Yeah,
only disappear.
that happens. Oh, can you
Yeah.
answer this question? And the person vanishes, and okay, I don't know what happened. And Julu.
It's the interesting question, mainly after the pandemic, when we started about the virtual meetings. It's, in my opinion, it's the big challenge to keep engagement because of the communication between the peoples, mainly because of it's difficult in virtual meetings to keep attention and the all the peoples. I guess the virtual meeting it's totally necessary, the coordinator to keep the several tasks dynamic this meeting. It's maybe one a good strategy because of it's very difficult to keep our attention because of its common importantly when you participate one virtual meeting other colleague or your cell phone to see importantly it's normal you to do authors tasks. I guess it's the challenge about the virtual meetings, but it's good because of virtual meetings you can more speed and to join the peoples. It's more economic speed. It's one tendency in our not in nowadays, but in presential meeting, it's totally necessary when we took care the subjects about the feedbacks, for example, for the peoples or authors, strategic subjects. I guess it's necessary. But my recommendation about the engagement team, one virtual meeting, it's the looking for to use the some strategic actions when all the peoples can they participate actively with the presentation or that's it.
Yeah. Like giving suggestions, talking to each other, not only with the boss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And guys, I'm gonna do a quick round here, just so we can answer one last question, okay? Talking about feedbacks, how can you provide constructive feedback during a meeting without causing conflict? Wesley, what are you thinking? In some short words, what do you think about this question?
I don't know. I think in a meeting that have several people, maybe isn't the correct place to do that. Maybe you need to call the person privately and speak with the person, just you and the person itself, to avoid more conflicts or exposing some point of the person. So I think that's it. I think you need to be more, more how could I say that? Be curious about the person, I guess, about the points that the person need to improve. So just call the person privately and do the provide the constructive feedback. I think that's it.
Yeah, and some people can take as a personal attack, so we should be careful about it, for sure. And you, Priscilla? Number 8.
8, okay. So it's not easier during meeting, yeah. I think the private it's more appropriado, yeah. And because some people don't like the feedback, of course, if a bad feedback, it's more complicated to talk about, depends of the case, of course, but it's important to have keep communication, a good communication, and try a collocation of point of view, a good point of view, and respect the opinion each other, yeah, and try resolve, try follow a new way for if a good oh my God, a good solution, yeah. I think this, but not easy about feedback. It's, in my opinion, it's a good options to private feedback and try resolve with the person and try to understand the point of view and try resolve, yeah. And I think this.
Very good. Thank you, Priscilla. And just to finish, Luciene, how about you?
I believe it's necessary about the improve feedback to have in particular place with the person or peoples. Only when you have one case, when you to discussion is involve several peoples and one common subject, all the peoples, and then maybe it's possible improve feedback with all the peoples, but it's necessary to clarify that get involved the subject, no direction for this person or that person, I guess, when is necessary, but I guess more recommendation, improve feedback and particular place with the person or peoples.
Make about the problem you want to solve, not about the person, but because they can understand why you're talking about that, right? Very good. Guys, we don't have much time left. I shared here the survey, okay? So please click this link so you can give the feedback about this meeting. And talking about feedback, Esdras, we were discussing question number 8. How can we provide constructive feedback without causing conflict? So what do you think about this?
I think it's a difficult situation because sometimes the other people don't always like or are ready to receive feedback, even if it's constructive. Sometimes depends the situation. It's better to call the person and have a private conversation and para não expor a pessoa, depende do feedback.
Yeah, that's true. I understand. Thank you so much for sharing your opinions. And hello, Elton. How are you?
Hello, I'm very good. How about you?
Yeah, can't complain. Thank you for asking. Just to finish, I have another question for you, okay?
Okay.
It is number 10. Have you ever had a negative experience during a work meeting?
No, I hadn't had a negative experience during a work meeting.
Okay, so you are lucky.
I don't have too much to talk about it. Sorry.
I have.
It's perfect because we don't have much time. So, but Esdras, can you share something? Was it Esdras or Wesley who said about the
Wesley.
experience?
Me,
Okay.
Wesley.
Sorry, I wasn't seeing. I was just listening. Go ahead.
Okay, I will be fast. I was on a meeting and I was conducting the meeting, and my screen, I was sharing my screen. So I forgot that I was sharing my screen, and then I just switched the window to my WhatsApp web, and I was speaking with my mother there. And every manager was looking the talk with my mother.
At least it was your mom, right? It could be like a crush or
Yeah.
something deeper, worse.
Yeah, that's correct.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, in the best families.
I believe that during the pandemic, the people is more, how do you say? I forgot the word in English. More patience. But today, after the pandemic, maybe the people don't be so much patient like the pandemic.
We are bad people again now. Before we were learning, now we are bad people again. No
Maybe.
more patience.
Yeah.
So guys, sorry again for the delay. We had some issues in the beginning, but thank you for staying. I'm really grateful for that. And see you next week, okay? Or in other meetings here. Always a pleasure.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Have a good one.